Let me start the YouTube stream. Alright. Hey, Aristophanes. The main priority, hello, Sebalicious. Main priority has to be to get my fantasy changes sorted. So I did some planning earlier if you were in, if you were around for the early stream. I know, I was thinking this when I was turning off the rerun. I was like, the rerun is me talking about fantasy, and then I'm going to go back live to essentially continue that conversation from earlier. Surprise! Alright. Oh, we got a clean feed for later. That's cool. And we got some fantasy changes. So, to fill anyone in who wasn't here earlier, I think my plan is to sack off the Sakura double. Thank you, Atarax. Welcome back, 4 months prime. Thank you, Into Tiny Flames, as well. I'm not sure if you're still here, but I see your 8 months while I was away. A rerun fan. Hardcore rerun fan. So the plan... The plan is to think long term. So this week might not be the greatest scoring week for me, but we're setting ourselves up for long term. Thank you, Monkey Mans. Appreciate it. So that's the main strategy, and the form in which that looks at is because the problem I have is thank you, Train. Vision played Twisted Minds, which is bad. So we want to kill Choi and we want to kill Skyle. The problem is, word on the street, is there might not be too much Rhino, so we now need to kill Rhino as well. Obviously, he's earned us 4 points, which is good. Really an outrageous return. So he's profitable, but now we have to pivot him. The problem is Rhino was quite cheap, so can we pivot to 3 equivalently priced people? The answer is yes, but to do 3 transfers, you get a -25 penalty. Oh, so it feels really tough, right? Thank you, Lucas411.
What's your music taste, Baldy?
I don't know, really. I mean, everything I play before the streams when they start, like in the morning, is stuff I actually listen to. I guess a lot of it probably falls into the indie rock category. Any favourite bands? Probably The Bleachers, The Naked and Famous, 2111, I think is their name. They're probably like at the top of my list. But yeah, stuff kind of in there, but I probably listen to quite a spectrum. I'm actually listening to a lot more, I guess what we call classic rock lately, because I've been listening to the Peacemaker soundtrack. I've not really branched out from the actual Peacemaker soundtrack itself, but for bold members, I don't know a Monkey Man's. But I've not really branched out from the Peacemaker soundtrack, but I've been listening to a lot more, I guess, classic rock. The Peacemaker soundtrack's really good, so it suckered me in. Alright, so the question is, the debate is, what I was thinking is I take for Croc's Gambit, we kill Choi because it feels like especially DPS players don't score particularly well in losing games. We take Crocs because Crocs is, if I show you the games, they're over here. I can close that one now. Crocs plays... here we go. Crocs plays Quick, so he should score very well. If he's playing Hog, he should also score very well. Morning Aegis. So Crocs in theory should be a good pick for this week, and then he has a double next week, including Gen.G and Twisted Minds, which they might lose both games, but he might still score all right for a player who is really on the cheaper end of things here on the 16. Then that frees up loads of budget. And what I was thinking is we could just go Kevster. And obviously this feels this feels like a hot take team, you know, with like Kevster and Sugar-Free in the same team. Feels like I've really blown my respective budget on all of that. What it does set me up nicely for is the Team Liquid and VP doubles in week 6. I'm maybe a bit early to him. It's only week 3 now. And yeah, my plan was to then replace Sugar-Free to essentially free up budget to equal those out. So So my current plan is I would tank Skyle. There is a mini argument within this. Now, for next week, I could take a -25 for Skyle and sub in Z, who has a double. Right? And then what I could do. So that's like an interesting question. I guess, how has Z scored in their existing games? Z has scored 1.5 and then an 8.5 against GK, which isn't stellar, right? I feel like let me look at some of the Gen.G players. Maybe Sky is a good example. How did Sky score in the double? So he had a 3.5, and then he got a 29 overall, including the VP loss. So he could be on for like a 40-odd score. Obviously, we haven't seen Sakura win a game yet. Hey, cryptographer. So, do I pivot? Do I take... Is for -25. Do I think Z is going to score 25 plus points? 25 plus whatever Skyle scores this week. What did Skyle score in the loss? So he got 3-0'd by OWCS pretty convincingly, and that was a 10.5. And 10.5 in a losing game. So I would be saying, would Z get 35 points or more out of the 2 games that she has? I want to say yes. You know, I want to say yes. It does mean I'm costing myself 25 points to make like an extra 5 points, which feels like I'm gambling for not a lot of gain, right? That's the only bit that feels a little bit, is it worth the gamble? But if Z comes up big, I mean, there's always a chance Skyle scores fine in one of these games. Like if I look at this OWCS game, let's look at Violet. Violet only got 2.5 in that loss. Spend money to make money. Yeah. Who else? Let's look at Chris, because Crispy was a decent point scorer. How much did he score? See, even in any loss, right? And they even won a map in this one. He's looking at like 11 points. Maybe 8 points there. So 10 points. And I guess the other question is, if I put in Z here, does it screw me down the line? Because one of the nice things about keeping Skyle is he might not score loads this week, but then next week he plays Quick Esports and should score quite well. Hey, Blue Link 01. Morning. So my original plan, where's my little notepad, was to then tap into this Twisted Minds double of VP and Anomaly. I think that's the best. So then, in that world, what I would do is I'd get rid of Z. I would sell Sugar Free at this point, because even though Sugar Free is going to score well there, because he's playing the Dilducks, I'm worried that'll be quite a quick game. And then what I do is I hear Twisted Minds, and I go Simple, and I go Psycho. And I have 1 budget in the bank. And then I have this team, which will be double. VP do play Twisted Minds, right? So it's not a straightforward one, but I think, again, Kevstra will still score well. And Vega, Liquid played Team Z, so Vega should do very well there. So that works, right? That works for week 4, and that feels okay. And then for week 5... What if Psycho doesn't play, though? Well, the nice thing about that Psycho move is I don't make that decision until next week. Right? So I get to see if he plays against Vision, and I can make a decision. I can change my plan if I need to. So I think you're right, though. It is a real concern of, like, now we're seeing more Sim in play. Does that create an opening for Yubi to come back into the lineup? Because if he does, Psycho is kind of dead on his feet. And then Yubi for the double maybe doesn't feel quite as good. I think what I could do in place of that is maybe just go over to Tree and then I'll just have Psycho will just be Tree instead, and then Tree will have a pretty good game, and then that sets me up really nicely for the double as well again, right? So it feels like it, with a 22 cost DPS, I think there's enough good pivot options if he doesn't end up playing. We could go Tree, maybe even Wamone or something. We're still at it, Booty. So then my week 5, what I was thinking for week 5 is I just get rid of Simple, and I put in UV. That's one option. Obviously, Crocs in week 5 feels pretty rough, actually, right? He plays Alcacia. So maybe there's an argument that I should actually kill Crocs here. Because I'm only using one transfer in week 5. It's Bussy. Okay. Thanks, no time. Is it not Bussy? I thought it had been Bussy. It's not super important. Well, yeah, I've not said it right so far, so we can carry on as we've been going. Because what I could do with Crocs is I could swap Crocs for Astro if I believe. Boosie, it's the way I just said it. Okay. Thanks for the tires. Boosie Brigadier. Astro is Schizo. What do you? But he's got a double. But it depends how good Sakura are and how good Team Z are, right? Yeah, I know. But he has a double. Yeah, but also look at his games so far, right? He's played Geek and he's played Team Z. Oh, sorry, he's played SSG, right? He's played 2 of his tougher games. Let's see how he scores against Dildux this week. And let's see how Sakura scores and then make it. I can't tell if this is a troll or good. Hawk, Zomba, Ryan. I mean, Ryan will be fine this week. DPS are really fine. You capitalise on one double, CJ and Violet. The CJ one is maybe the scary one. Violet doesn't feel great this week either. And Hawk. Yeah, I guess the problem is I look at that and I think 3 of your 5 players are going to lose this week. The Hawk one you might get away with, because as long as it's close, and he tends to score well, even if it doesn't go, even when it's a little bit closer to. Like if I look at this Nightmare SSG game, and the map they lost was map 1. Yeah, Hawk still got 11 points on that one, so he's still scoring okay on maps he loses. I know that's not like that's not really a huge sample size by any means, but it's So I think the Hawk one doesn't feel as bad, but yeah, the backline is the worry. Is Rhino confirmed not playing? I don't know. Someone in Answer's chat told him, someone who would, in theory, have the inside information. I've also heard some whispers of it. That at least he's at least not playing as much as he was. But I don't know if it is he is just out, no longer playing at all, or if he is not playing in certain maps, certain matchups, anything like that, So I don't know exactly. He might not be dead, but it feels like he's not as alive as he once was. The alternative here is instead of doing that on week 5, I get like a more reasonable tank. Maybe like I take Tama against Peps or something. And then I still need a cheap support, don't I? I don't know if anyone has like... Because the nice thing is that's UV for the double. And maybe I just tank Crocs against Alcacia. Hey, Sunku. Profy Philly 7 is not the answer. Yeah, but who would I even get here for 18, right? Like, no one. Crispy Sky. Did Gen.G have a decent game there? No, they play Twisted Minds. Eggs. No, playing Alcacia. Peps, who are Peps playing? Vision. This doesn't feel great, does it? All Korea VODs are out. Emong emoji. Nice. Ooh, 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 ooh. Tank. There's something that feels so egregious about clicking this button, right? About clicking the -14 player and going, yeah, that's my guy. That's my guy. Obviously, I can change my mind by this point as well and stuff. Because then I get the UV double and then I'm set up quite nicely. Then week 6. Week 6, where would I go? Week 6, I feel like it would make sense to go tree for the double. Tree, Zera, Vega, UV. The problem is my tank is still fucked, right? But actually, I can go back to Crocs here, right? Where's Croxy? Versus Peps. I mean, it's not great, but it's not awful, right? But there is something that does feel inherently like fuck. Is a lot of eggs in Crocs' basket. Because it works financially. Right, it works financially. As long as, you know, all the price changes work in my favor or at least balance out. And who did GK have on the last week? SSG. Yeah. I mean, I could just. Yeah, it's for week 5 that doesn't feel like UV feels like the best short term, but it doesn't necessarily feel like the best long term. TM have quick, which could just be a quick series. Because the other alternative, instead of going to UV in week 5, I go to one of the VP supports, whoever's I think scoring better. Which just seem to be just about Gala. So I go to Gala. And then again, I could get a more expensive tank, but we're still talking 18, right? So, like, who is an 18 price tank? Nobody, right? Nobody. It's like Crocs against Peps, or how many maps does Chase get against Gen.G? You know? Like, neither feels particularly good. But it gets me most of the way, and it means the next 2 weeks look good. And then I can always change that based on what we see. Think you're stuck with Crocs? Yeah. Yeah. Is there another way to do it? Let's explore that, right? So we've got the Crocs Kev angle. But what if I take the Hog Gambit, but I go to KSA instead, and I trust KSA to score me fat points, and then I set myself up for the double there. But then I have 18 points, and who is the DPS? I guess if I commit to this, I could then have a 20 cost DPS, but does that actually move me into... Does that actually move me into anyone who looks more attractive? Not really, right, does it? This doesn't feel particularly good either. Ziad got you bankrupt? Fuck. Ziad didn't even play last week as well. Bankrupt for nothing. Shit. I mean, I could get Ryan. Wait, what if... Okay, what if I did that? Let me write down this alternative. So alternative is week 3 is KSA, sugar-free, Ryan, Vega Z. And then week 4. So week 4, I still want to lean into Twisted Minds, right? When did Team Z play Liquid? I think it's week 4. So I'd have to, like, Ryan would be a pump and dump situation, right? Because the problem is there, I could then go, okay, I'm now in week 4. I get rid of these guys. Maybe I'm really keen for Simple. Oh, let's get off DPS. Oh, I've got the cost thing on still. There we go. And then I just have 16 budget for DPS, which is just fucked, you know? Like, what am I meant to do with that? What are we going to do? Sign soon? Trace a player on bottom team. But the problem is all the American teams, all the bottom American teams are going to lose. You can sign Tamar off rolling on Widow for 16. Is this where you bank on the Crocs price adjustment and rig it? Yeah, I don't know if Crocs will go up. Because one of the things we try and factor in most with price changes is the like strength of fixture, right? And therefore, if you beat the worst team in the league, your price shouldn't shoot up, right? In the same way, most of the Extinction players, their price didn't go up. This is for week 4 I'm talking about, though. This is for hypothetical week 4. I could get Zeb. Okay, let's... Yeah, because this one I don't think has legs, right? This one doesn't have legs. Because I just get really stuck. Okay. Let me get off this. Let me crank the price. So let's presume Zeb is not going to go -7 and will in fact score well. Let's also presume Z is going to score well. And then I have 23 for a DPS. Which is almost anyone. Yeah, I don't know who. I don't know who the most appealing out of this is. Maybe it's Tree just for longevity, because I'm trying to think of like not needing transfers in the future. Okay, so if this looks okay for week 3, and then we go to week 4, and week 4 I really want Twisted Minds players. But the problem is now I can't afford any Twisted Minds players, right? Because the problem with transferring 2 Sakura players in is I need to transfer 2 Sakura players out. I mean, if I keep Skyle, does that solve the problem? And I just tank that Skyle, because that was like a risky gambit anyway, right? To not, Were Mo not good in any way? Well, I'm just trying to free up budget so I can have the TM double. Oh, because the problem is that doesn't work either. Fuck. Do I have to go Ryan? Yeah, but I just feel like this team has no aura for this week, right? Might even be worth it to triple transfer. That's what I'm thinking, Mango Juice. I'm really considering like Scout to Z as well. But then if I want to go into the Twisted Minds double, how do I even get into the Twisted Minds double with these players, you know? Like, Skyle can change. I mean, it's so hard without Crocs as an enabler, right? Part of the problem is my money is tied up in sugar-free. But I feel like I need to stick that. Like, the sugar-free Kevs to Vegas Z version just feels like it's more. Yeah, I need a Crocs. I need a French crutch. Match is starting about half an hour. And because I guess for week 4, what I could do is I could change Zeb to KSA, and that's just financially viable. But then I just have 18 to spend on a DPS, and again we're in this problem of who do I possibly get for 18? Put you in? I will play KD? Nah, I'm thinking, Tamar, I gotta put Crocs in. You're too expensive. No, Zomba is 19. And this is for week 4 as well, Fix. So I don't want Zomba in week 4. Because, yeah, just against Nightmare doesn't feel like they'll score very well. Yeah, honestly, I don't think any of these alternate plans... none of them seem to have given me anything I feel as comfortable with, right? Yeah, Crocs this weekend is a good shout. I maybe can't get out of Crocs. Once you're into Crocs, you're just into Crocs, you know? And then I need to hope he does well against Gen.G and Twisted Minds and stuff like this. Which is a huge worry. A huge worry. Why not Frothy Philly? There's no way Frothy Philly... Because everyone says Frothy Philly's a big scorner, but I think that's cap. You know? Because let's look at... Let's interrogate the data. Because Frothy Philly scored 20 points against Extinction, right? Philly has only scored in one negative situation, really, right? Because I'm interrogating the data more. We're diving deeper, right? Let's go to North America. Let's go matches, actually. Let's go North America. Let's go results. Okay? So, Dildux versus Nightmare. Was Frothy a scorer here? Map 1, 1 point. Map 2, 4 points. Map 3, 2.5. A bit nothingy, right? And then the next... Then it's Extinction game. Map 1, -1. Map 2, the Moira map, 13.5. Map 3, 7.5. You know? He costs 14. Do you think he'll outscore Crocs? And maybe that's a better way to... Maybe that's the problem. That's the question to actually answer. All right, let's entertain the idea, right? We're in the creative stage, so let's entertain the idea. All right, kill Rhino, kill Choi, add Philly. And then where do we go for tank then? Do we go KSA now then? I mean, it is a very much an iShow finance team, right? Quite literally, like, run out of money at the end. Crocs clears KSA. Ooh. Because this also misses out on a lot of doubles. And then what would I do week 4? Hey, Limmeheim. All right, let me write this one down. Sugar-free, Kevster, Vega, Frothy, Philly. Because then for week 4, I could do something quite simple, right? Where I just go... Oh, wait, no. Get Frothy. Get Philly back. Where I just go Vega to simple to capitalize on the double. And I guess the question is, I actually only need 1 transfer then in week 4. And then... Do I change Sugar-free to somebody else in the aim to free up money for something I'll want in the future? Do I free up money? Is there anyone worth going to? Sugar-free is going to stomp the Dilduct potentially super quickly, so maybe Sugar-free to... Sugar-free to... Tree? Alright. Work with me here. So comes KSA, Tree, Kevster, Simple, Frothy Philly. Yeah, every Wednesday price updates. Quite late UK time on Wednesday. But we'll post on Twitter when all of the things are updated. All right. So then week 5, I could actually swap. I could kill Simple and put in. Kill Simple, put in UV, right? For UV's double. Oh. Hunter's asleep. He'll be up in time. Don't you fret. Don't you fret. Then Geek have a double, Team Z have a double, but not interested in that. TM play Gen.G, so it should still be a good scoring week for them. I guess the most important part here is, am I set up well for the final double? And maybe I keep... Because Team Liquid have Geek, which could be a tough game. So I keep that, and then as I go into final week, do I kill KSA for Infected? And potentially even kill UV for Gala, right? Because this team looks kind of good, right? This team looks kind of alright for the... It's possible to post it. Yeah, I'll look into it, Bajerky B, because I think... I was very much thinking we need to make it like a little bit clearer where it is, more accessible where the information is. So maybe I'll look into it. I'll see if we can do like maybe just post like a quick article of, here are the price changes, here's the leaderboard type thing. Can I call Hunter's phone? He'll be awake, guys. Surely he's on his phone already. Where is he? Where is he? He's literally, guys, he's awake. He's literally on his phone as we speak. I would not be worried. He's got a big night ahead of him, you know? He's got a big night. He's going to stay up all night. Playing Stadium. All right, let me write this down. Hold on. Week 6. Infected. Tree. Headstar. Gala. Frothy. Philly. And week 5 will be Infected. Kevster. All right, wait. I need to... All right, how do I just need text. What's the easiest way for me to show this to you? Wait, can I just share my screen for a second? Hold on. Let me turn on... Can you see Because we've only got 20 minutes left, so we have to lock in, okay? Yeah, okay. Look at this. Zoom in. It's for Crocs versus Frothy Philly Gambit. Which one looks better? Wait, let me... What about Chase? There's no time for a third option, all right? We've got 20 minutes. Where's, let's see. Manage goals, manage prediction. Quick actions. Okay, what buttons am I pressing? Oh. Add. There's a poll. Okay. New poll. Allow additional votes. Which option for fantasy? Option A. Option B. And we'll put 5 minutes on it, okay? Let me bring that up so you can see again. Okay. Option A is for Crocs 1. Option B is for Frothy Philly 1. I'm experiencing real time. There's really levels to this. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, if I go Crocs, I'm stuck with Crocs. If I go Philly, I'm stuck with Philly. Maybe as like an additional thing here, Philly's games will be Sakura and Teams either double, and then it will be... It's actually SSG, GK, Team Liquid. Am I really tapping into that? SSG, GK, Team Liquid. Is he just gonna get fucked? Oh, guys, is Philly just gonna get fucked? I feel like it's so likely he gets fucked. Shit. See, was a Croc still got 12.5 in this one, but he lost. Philly plays KD? Oh, I'm not convinced, guys. I think that run of fixtures is so rough. Like, Frothy Philly isn't bad. I think this week, for week 3, I think the Frothy Philly option is better. But the problem is then, like, I'm just stuck, right? And then week 4, 5, and 6, Frothy's just getting fucked. That's what I'm thinking in Urch. Oh, sorry, Lex, I just saw your message. I clicked submit on for my fantasy roster, but it still has the button for me, and I can't find myself on the leaderboard. Is there any way to know it went through? If you go... Are you in the OWTV Discord, Lexa? If not, if you go to the Overwatch TV website, and there's a thing at the bottom for Discord. If you go there and raise, I think it's called a web support ticket, that'll go through to, like, Toby and stuff, and they can check and fix for you. And that's probably, like, the easiest way. 7.5 in a 3-0 loss to Nightmare. $7.5. 1 or 2.5. Get a poll going? We've got a poll going. I think I'm going to overturn the poll, though. I'm not convinced by this. The frothy fee fixtures are just so fucked. At least Croc stands a chance to score points. No way United have scored. Fuck. No way. Chelsea have had a sending off? No way. Oh my god. Goalie 2. Who's their second choice? Or was it this Jorgensen? Hence why Tosin's also come on as well. Oh my god. Dorgo assists. Bruno Fernandes scores. It's looking winnable. What does that mean in Overwatch terms? What's the equivalent? It's like Nightmare having a player sent off against... What's the comparison here? Like Nightmare against Sakura, and then Rocket gets sent off. And they have to play with 4. Man United are not the Dill Ducks. Does that make Frothy option B? But it's 2 votes in it. I have to lock it in. Dill Ducks are better than United. Guys, let's not get stuck on Dill Ducks versus United. It's about Dill Ducks versus this set of fixtures. Like, look at this. There's no way. There's just no way I in good conscience can do this. Hey, BS Lights. I frothy 30. Oh, it's just a trap. I don't know it's a trap. I know it's a trap. I feel like Crocs is the less risky of the gambles. Right? Crocs is just the less risky one here. I've lost everyone now with the football analogies. There's no locking in. Glory favours the bold. What are the circles? Oh, the circles are Dill Ducks fixtures. Has Crocs gone negative? No. Oh. It's just so crazy. Wait, is Max online yet? He's not. Why the fuck are you keeping Crocs in for 3 fucking weeks? Because you can't, because once you got him, the problem with both these players is they're both just I show finance, we're stuck. Is Vision better than TM? No, I think it'll be like a decent game, but TM should win. Fuck, 12 minutes to make my call. 12 minutes. Keeping Frothy till playoffs. Yeah, but Frothy has scored alright, and Dill Ducks have had, like, reasonable games, you know, where they can have a close map. Great shout in YouTube chat. Maybe even worth it to triple transfer. I feel like I have to do the Croc. I think the Crocs version's just better. I think the Crocs version's just better. Where is it? Let me put over here. And then I just get Kev. I swear keeping Rhino in is better than having Crocs. I don't think so, BS Lights. There's no way, there's no solution to that. There's no solution to this that doesn't involve killing Rhino. Cunt is live. See you off, Brand Milk. Hold on, let me just turn my light on.
Hello. Oh, I think he got up as I sat down.
I turned my light on. I'm back now.
Welcome back.
All right, I have 10 minutes to lock in my changes.
Wait, are you still doing it?
Yeah. Well, I was like,
what are you umming and ahhing about this time, dude?
All right,
seriously.
So you're gonna enjoy this. So it's a very similar gambit to the Crocs gambit, you know, where you basically semi-tank a player who might not always score well, but it frees up budget to have a lot of carry players. I show finance and all that. But what if instead of Crocs, you went Frothy Philly?
What?
I mean, it's basically the same gambit. I was just exploring the other option. Because the Frothy Philly
like a risk-averse version of Crocs? Because...
No, this was the question of like, I was trying to find an alternative, you know, like I had my Crocs plan for the 3 weeks and I was like, if nothing else, that's really fine, you know, I can stick to that.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, I've got an hour. I might as well see if I can find something better. And I did a few where I was like, what if I go KSA immediately? And that didn't really work. The only way that worked is if I did the Frothy Philly thing, you know, and then basically all I've done is move the support or the tank risk to a support risk. But also the bit that really swung it for me away from Frothy Philly is Frothy Philly's week 4, 5, and 6 games where I would continue to tank them would be is like SSG, GK, and Team Liquid or something. Like it's actually just like
the appeal of the Crocs gambit is like these guys could beat Peps. These guys will beat Quick. These guys could beat Gen.G, you know, like this guy's not all downside. Like I'm waiting for the day that Frothy Philly never goes negative, you know?
Yeah.
Hello, Shaky Pierre.
Well, I'm thinking Crocs it's only Crocs. There's 1 week where it's probably just gonna get fucked, right? Alcacia in week 5, you're probably just gonna get fucked, okay? But 1 out of 4 weeks getting fucked. Whereas Frothy Philly, honestly, I think Frothy Philly will score well this week in their double, and they've got games that'll be like they'll at least have a couple of close maps in there, right? But then that's 1 good week, and then 3 guaranteed fucked weeks.
Yeah.
And people keep saying Frothy Philly's a good scorer. But I'm convinced it's just that 1 game of Moira really carrying Frothy Philly's reputation. So even though it
one Moira round versus plumbers,
like it does
over the line,
it has all the same other benefits to the Crocs thing, you know, because then I can have like really good players and I can capitalize on the good fixtures all the way through, right? But it's just But last one I'm considering. So if I do the Crocs version, right, I have my 2 transfers, no problem. The other one is, do I take a -25 for Skyle? I've checking other people's. It feels like most of the time on a loss, supports will score about 10 points. So the question then becomes, does Z score 35 points or more across the 2 games she has this week? And I think the answer is yes, right? So I think I'm going to do that as well.
What's the final roster? Is it the one on screen?
Except Skyle VZ is the change here. And then it doesn't change my changes next week anyway.
You want to change Scarl for Z, and you're going to change Z for someone else later anyway. That's reasonable, right? If you have that. Wait, sorry, you copying cost for this transfer? Is this a -25 transfer?
This is -25. That's why I said the math is like, will Z score 35 points or more?
Oh. Well, you have to think because you have to transfer Z off next week. That's an additional trade that you otherwise wouldn't have had to make on Scarl, right? Or
my plan was to trade Scarl next week anyway to upgrade to simple.
I see.
So Scarl was going to go. So it's the same transfer, because I was going to change this player anyway.
I see.
So then it becomes like the equation becomes simpler, right? Because it is quite literally. Do they score more this week? Yes or no? And I think the answer is yes. So I think...
You're fully convinced?
Yeah, does Z score 35 points? 35 points. I mean, obviously, if Vision win or something, then of course I've lost the fucking gamble, right? But will Z score 25 points more than Skyle this week? And my expectation is, will that be 35? And I think the answer is yes for Z.
I think that's true. Z has a double. Z should win both.
A double where they win. Yeah. And if it doesn't incur an extra transfer, then
what I'm not understanding about your roster is are you trading into Lenny or Kevster this week?
Trading into Kevster. Yeah.
This is where I just can't understand your. Do you think that Kev in one hard game is going to do better than Zomba in 2?
Oh, is it?
Why are you picking up the shiny new toy in week 3 when we
I guess it's just for
the shiny toy doesn't have his double till week 6? You just lose the ability to rotate in and out and double in that spot.
Well, let me explain it quickly because we've only got 4 minutes. So because the original,
it's NA prod, mate. They'll have a pause or it's already on.
Yeah, but Toby won't have a fucking pause, will he? That's not the problem.
Right.
The problem isn't NA prod.
Go. Explain it.
All right. So the original thought was if I transfer Zomba in as well in this slot, right? And I agree, it probably makes more sense. But then all of a sudden, maybe it's just 2 transfers anyway. Because the original problem was I wasn't getting Crocs in. I was sticking Rhino. Which is why Kevster made more sense, because then I wouldn't have to do multiple transfers down the line. But maybe that's not true anymore. It was just
next week. Who are you trading than Z?
It would just be. It was going to be Sugar Free to Psycho, but I could just do
Zomba to
Psycho.
Psycho to Kevin.
And then,
we've saved your fantasy with 3 minutes to spare.
Yeah.
Put Zonga on the roster now.
If Sakura don't fucking win today.
I mean, I've never been so invested in a Sakura game as I am right now.
I've done both games as well, right? Wait, can before I've got 3 minutes. Fuck. I need to check it definitely works, right? If I go simple and...
I mean, you're just trading... Zomba for Kevin.
But my original plan was sell Sugar. But my plan was to sell Sugar Free, who was 1 more expensive. You see. So if it doesn't work by 1, then we need to go Kev. Add. Let me add. It works, right? Yeah, budget 0. Okay. Fuck, put it back. 2 minutes to the deadline.
You put Psycho on instead of Zomba?
No. I was double checking the math. I wasn't screwing myself.
Who did you have before? Was it Choi?
Choi, yeah. And Choi 100% needs to die.
You've got 2 minutes, dude. You're so light on time right now.
I literally have it's 58, 16 seconds. There's no problem. All right. Crocs, Zomba, Z, an outrageous list of players to take a -25 points on. But the math checks out.
You're going -25. Does the math check out? You're going to be able to transfer into everyone you want. It's all good.
Yeah, the math works out.
Just hit the button, dude. Just hit the button. Speed invest, ladies and gentlemen.
Speed invest.
Ray Liddy just said I'd invest in Razor stocks this weekend. As you hit the success button, Ray Liddy just drops a bombshell.
I should have gone Razor. It was funny when I was doing. I had a poll in chat when I was showing the Crocs option and the frothy Philly option, like option A or option B. And then someone was like, what about this? And I was like, there was 10 minutes on the clock at then. I was like, there's no time to explore a third option with 10 minutes on the clock.
Oh, we've got some free Rack Attack labor on the broadcast right now. Are you seeing this?
Wait, no, I've not even opened the clean feed. I've been, as you know.
They've got Rack Attack Gen.G co-streamer on the broadcast right now. It's a free labor Friday for Rack, I suspect, you know?
Lucio and hope to play that.
Yeah, I mean, that seems it's a
maybe you're trying to influence the market. Listen, Raylady.
They're rolling out with which other teams
just listen. Like, I want you to put up a good fight versus Sakura. And I want you to go down in 5, okay? That's what I want.
Changes heading into this stage.
I want that Tracer Band neglected for 5 as well.
That is some proper boxing match fixing as well. Like, go down in round 6, will you?
I did a lot of ranked with him this season, and you know, we were doing a lot of good, and I messaged him like back and forth. I think he's been pretty standout. You know, he had that time in Alcatia, and I think he's pretty, you know,
they're talking
player.
Would you believe that on the clean feed we can hear Rack Attack because Rack Attack's co-stream thing counts as an interview, but there's also the music.
The enabling factor with Lucio. But I think to your point earlier, just like in the era of hero bands, it feels like you need that flexibility.
Can we get some of the dancing emotes? Hey, walking shot. Can we get some of those dancing emotes for the music between every single map?
Just before we close out, just sort of
we bouncing. We're gonna be dancing.
This is a team that can sort of turn the fortunes around.
Is it Gen.G versus Peps
like
first?
That's like obviously the key.
Dude, my 17 emote's not even loading. Like,
I think the best thing about us is, you know, that we're
the best thing about us.
From the meta with, you know,
Landon dropping 60 on VP's head. You heard it here first. All right, Tulip RL.
And we just hit a new path.
Is that your name, Tulip? The 2 is a T? That feels like that could be right.
I think the next that
seems reasonable.
Before playoffs.
Yeah.
So we might hit like
thank you, Florin, for the 14 months.
See where it goes. I think we're good for Stockholm.
Yeah, I mean,
the cheeks
if you have a player for cheese comes, it will be backbone, right? Put the May in,
every time a map ends, we need a Ricardo, please. Like,
it's gonna work out for you. Rack Attack, thank you so much for taking the time. Best of luck streaming or whatever else you're having a plan today. What are you doing today?
I will be co-streaming all the matches today.
Perfect.
And then
what are you doing today, Rack? The same thing I do every weekend.
Pizza and energy drinks from the drops.
That's right.
Exactly. It looks good.
Trifecta is covered.
Ricardo, please. So link it, Rally, and I'll add it.
Rack and all his socials, and of course.
Well, he doesn't have Ricardo, please. How do you not know Ricardo, please?
You say this about every emo. In what way are you ever surprised?
Okay, this one is like an old head one, you know?
Oh, okay.
Not sure. Homosexual.
What is the co-streamer doing on the day the team he co-streams for plays? There's only one way to find out.
I mean, to be fair, like, it's a pretty unreasonable expectation to know what he would do.
Oh, okay, like, yeah, I know this.
Rocket levels of dialed in to know that.
And as we know, they've been quite busy this week, so it's understandable.
True.
What were we saying? Sorry. Hall asks, mine is best, Ziad, Wimone, Troy, Redex, Skyle. That's not true at all, Hall. I appreciate the confidence, but that can't be correct.
It's a lie. Bold-faced. Is the YouTube audio tracking all good, everybody? Because I'm having some sort of issue where I have 2 separate audio layers, one for the browser with the clean feed and one for the browser with the dirty feed. But whichever one I unmute, it just plays the sound for both. So, yeah, I just want to make sure that the YouTube chat's actually fine and that the YouTube sound is totally fine. Because YouTube has a different audio track to Twitch.
Want me to only play Want me to only play Brig today so Zomba and Z farm more points from Natsuki? Yes, please, Natsuki. Yeah, that'd be great. Only Pac knows to. Only Pac knows to.
Who invented White Kevster? I don't know. Someone in my chat said it and I started saying it, mate. That's all. I saw White Kevster and I thought this is one to roll with. Like, this is one to start saying immediately.
You even hit Kevster with a white dip towards the end of last week as well.
Oh, 3 minutes of ads for Pave. Oh god, no. Pavel asked that question and instantly bang. Nobody's YouTube seems fine, works. Alright, sweet. Thanks, folks. Enjoy.
Hey, Cartman.
Hey, Cartman, when are you going to put in OWCS Struggles a profile picture of your face, your full legal name, and your main Twitter account in the bio? Thoughts?
And pay the licensing fee for all the content.
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Xavier will copyright strike you like you did for that.
All lawyers are in touch. I have to warn you, our fees are not reasonable.
No preds? I mean, the mods are probably asleep.
I thought this only applied to leakers. We're slowly but surely going to make sure everyone has their name. And full picture.
What is this vision cope in your roster from Arnie? What, having Violet on my roster?
The uncoachable lawyers? Yes. Unlawyerable.
Agafriend Bunnykins? Agafriend? Gaga Fat for Jam? You've seen my roster, Arnie, have you not? Is it that bad? Having Violet? Let's go back to the fantasy real quick. This is the roster. It's all submitted. The deadline's done. It's come and gone. Crocs, Checkers, Zomba, Violet, Landon. I have the same. I just wanted your attention. Okay. All right. Classic. Well. Absolute classic. All right. Well then, no elaboration required. Agreement reached. Just music as we load into map 1 of, one of the series of all time. You missed me? That's nice, Rangstangs. At least one of us did. Thank you, Walking Shark 12, for listening to the assignment and dropping a Ricardo please when the music is playing as well. Appreciate that. It's not hard to listen, folks. It's a lot easier to talk than it is to listen.
What do you say?
Great.
All right, should we lock in? I feel like it's a good day of Overwatch.
I don't buy that.
Well, I'm selling it. It's a good price. All we have to do...
Violet against TMS Brave, whatever you say, Andy. Violet's an earner, okay? You can have one person that isn't going to do absolutely S+ tier exceptional every now and then. Countdown's about to end, so...
29.
28. It just works, doesn't it, mate?
Cracking.
Peps versus Gen.G. This is a really crucial match for Gen.G. This is one where, a real wheat and chaff separation is to take place. But the matter is, a Gen.G going to be declared wheat or chaff? Because they have had the opportunity to play against some of the top dogs, and they have been bummed as a result. They have had the opportunity to play against some of the lower teams, and they've managed to take them down 3-1. Here, Team Peps, this is someone where, if they can't take them down, they are officially fighting for relegation like. And Sky is already pre-fighting, and Davis is already off the map. They're chaff.
No.
They're chaff, unfortunately.
Oh, dear. Chaff G are getting cleaned up in this fight. Treader's going to reset. Zodial going to reset as well. And that is a quick first fight for Team Peps. It felt like Gen.G had all the initial space because they quite literally did, thanks to Jamie's teleporter. But the retake there, Dip takes a lot of attention. This is very much going to be Dip's job here as they go for a TP onto Coast to get themselves back in position. Again, look for Dip to play interference, but Gen.G are not forcing the point just yet. They have got the wider side of the map, but Team Peps will back it up. Bit of a flank going on here. Lucio there, but Zodial scouts that one out as Zorro tries to get in that place. Tread's having a little look at Zorro, but he's too far back to chase just yet.
Already step onto the point for Gen.G. They're pressuring the cap very, very quickly. They might even get a free retake here. They will. They just steal it out right from under Team Peps' noses. Now, the engagement is on again. TP back for back as he forces the TP out of Zerian. Huge damage on the rotation, though. And Gen.G, they've lost their tank. But Zorro has fallen. Zodial has swung and found a man. Would you believe Sky's dead again? Uncharacteristically. 2-for-1 trades plus a baby diva. So it's looking absolutely chalked here for Gen.G. As Team Peps are going to regain control. Some 20% capped for Gen.G, but not nearly enough.
No, yeah, honestly, shouldn't really have even had that 20% if Peps didn't mess up that touch. Now we're going to come up to the big ult fight, but Team Peps are slightly ahead on a lot of these. So if they want, they can choose to play early and A bit risky, honestly, against the Symmetra here, so they might just take the trade on point. This gives Gen.G time to catch up on those support options. Crispy still needs 18% to get there. They'll have the Sim Wall too, a wall on the rotation just to farm a bit of damage. But Gen.G are through safely and can start this fight with Sky's Kitsune Rush. But no, they go Sim Wall first, actually, leaning onto the point. Team Peps are going to try and kite this one for free, though.
I mean, a free kite, not good. The Thinker, I expected better of you. Bowler's out. Zodial pushing deep. He tries to take down Zodial, but he tries to take down Zerion, but the Suzuki's good. Beats have been traded now, 1-for-1. No hit scans for either side. Crispy goes for a little boop on Zerion, who has to TP back onto the map. He's comically low. He will go down. Crispy gets his tags in on both backliners again. Oh my god, 180 back in, and he takes down Dip on the way out as well. White Kepster struggling on the Venture a little bit. And Gen.G, they win their scrap. They get the flip once again. Only 71% for all of these fights that Team Peps have won. That flip really cost them in the end, as now it's not a 99 fight.
No, you're going to have to play it again. They do have the Tectonic Shock coming back, but Gen.G obviously have TP to try and get around that where they can. There's a bit of a split push going on as Dip is forcing the objective, while Willis wants to try and take this left-hand side. Gets through okay, just tries to spam Tread out. Got Tread down to half HP, but Willis has taken more damage. Tectonic Shock on point, though, has helped set up a kill. Doing so much damage, force the D-Mech onto Tread as well. But Baby's so low, Dip gets both, and Peps are going to be good for the retake. Just need to clean up these last couple of players, but FD God helping Zoro across should be enough. They're going to go kill Zodial first, though, actually. That allows Sky to win the Kiriko duel on the point because he was just ditched a little bit by Dip there. They will get the flip nonetheless, and it's going to be a quick recontest from Gen.G.
Yeah, Gen.G with this TP, with this Lucio, they can get back so quickly. Team Peps, they need to stall now for a little bit. You can see Dip getting over to the TP, trying to contest that, trying to prevent people from... Oh my god, look at him go. He's going to drill right back out of dodge. Crispy threatening another boop there. Kitsune Rush out from Skyle. Feels a little bit early, feels a little bit forced in all honesty. There's still quite a lot of time here for Gen.G. But, I don't know, I suppose they'll leverage the flip for it. Just an easy kite in the end because everyone from Team Peps is so far away. A little bit of a lukewarm one there from Sky, and now you look at the ult bank, it's pretty dry. It's just a high noon.
It's going to be high noon to try and deal with this beat push from FD God. They try and flip around. FD God coming through now, has the beat ready to go, looking for the push. Zodial doesn't have a high noon yet, and they've just deleted them. A 2-for-1 wall from Willis, and that is going to be an even swifter retake. Crispy's going to die late, and I don't know if they can get the touch. Tread has to do it all by himself.
Yeah, Tread's got to tap 1v5. Backers is so close to that symbol.
Oh, it's not making it.
If he can get the first tap, which he can't, then it'll all be fine. But yeah, Team Peps ultimately winning a few of those key fights. Sky going down twice to Willis in these rotations, and then dropping the Kitsune Rush at the end there, getting kited out. I mean, it's a familiar tale for sure, but you still hate to see it every damn time. Gen.G, 0-1. Look at the scoreboard here.
FD got 0 deaths. Oh, any FD? Maybe I should have done, instead of Frothy Philly, FD was the truth.
We took the wrong FD, the wrong French gambit with Crocs.
I was stuck between a French tank and a Frothy Philly support. I actually needed to combine the two ideas.
Partner team, by the way, this is a Kappa partner team, dude. Like, Tread's saying in interviews, Krusty's teaching me the ways of the game. He's like, yeah, dude, Doctor Strange portal here. Like, that's what's going on at the fucking Gen.G side. Like, it's not happening. Alright. Instant TP to the backup point for Gen.G. They're just chilling for the moment, waiting for the unlock, taking as much time as is necessary. Gen.G, once the unlock happens though, expect to step onto the point. White Kevster tries to work his way in on the flank, but he's already been poked quite low, has to borrow beneath. Willis has stepped up, used his wall turn early, but this is going to make things easy for Gen.G. TP into the back is a fake, and Gen.G are just going to get the flip off this.
Yeah, they pocket Dip through that, but really, yeah, Dip took a headshot, I think, beforehand. Now he's a bit healthier on his second engage. Forces Zodial to the left. Willis has D-peeked there as well. Has to use the wall defensively. TP flip comes out as they attempt to push the backline, but Zodial firing a little bit blanks at first, but they kill FD God nonetheless. Now the flashbang is good, and they will be able to clean it up. Backbone gets a 2-for-1 trade, but Willis half HP behind. Gen.G looking good for this one. Zoro's actually found a kill on point, threatening the flip here as well, but it's a 2v3, and the D.Va advantage will be significant here, though. Zoro is still bullying them a little bit. Just go get him. You outnumber them. They're not getting him. Zerion's got the kill.
no gets, and suddenly Team Peps are about to have to cap Tread. Shifts into the window trying to contest, but cannot get it done. Wall now, Tread nearly losing his suit. Suzy Q forced. Sky does manage to keep young Tread alive, thank Christ for that. But Gen.G backed up very, very far. Heaps of damage in the neutral coming up from Team Peps right now. And I mean, the point count is rising. High Noon up on top. TP not going to be taken by Zodiel, actually. Just the back is greedy bastard. And now Tread steps up to the point, but Team Peps are going to get an easy tap on this one. They have the rush. You can see them stepping for it. Kite's on the cards, but Sky slashed Suzu force. Willis has the double angle, takes the mega health pack. Suzu's been forced actually, and Zerion will go down. So now Gen.G might be able to steal a flip from this one, but where's Tread?
He's on point actually with all of them here. He's managed to regroup, not lost mech. He's chased FD God out as well. And are they just going to give this flip for free after that? Yeah, it's a disappointing one again for Peps. A few of these retakes just end up being so cost inefficient for him. It puts him on the back foot. Now Zodiel's going to get the pick onto Zoro as well. So this is going to slow down Peps even more. They will have beat for this next fight. Comms.
Map one.
Just keep pinging this red. Keep pinging the player for me. Let's play slow. We're not really flipping early this fight, I think, okay? We're probably just playing for back point.
Listen to this.
Don't take in the space, but I'm left.
They're all here. Left? Okay, peek left and peek left. Beating cage back. Yeah. No, live back point we will. We don't get flipped. Why would you do not get flipped this fight, okay? Yeah. Have right. Peak point, 2, 1, peek. Yeah.
I'm gonna leave outside still alone. Venture alone, back point.
Where? Yeah, look at Venture.
He's one.
Nice. We can Kev, beat us. Yeah. Okay. We flip this fight. I do it on high. When House next shows, we TP flip into a window, okay?
How's in courtyard right now here?
Yeah, when House walks forward,
these thoughts
on your right,
are actually...
He's hard rolling all of it. We're going to lose that now as the flip comes through. Onto FD God as well. FD God has the beat, but he's been chased out of that. They're going to try and flip the flip, but Zerion doesn't make it through. Beat not in time. Beat just in time for Tread, actually. Little boop off the map as well from Crispy. Self-destruct on point now for Sim. TP isn't quite there for the bomb, but Zodiel's High Noon is zoning everyone off right now. Dip's going to burrow underneath, and there is a flashbang waiting for Dip as he comes out. He gets back. Oh, he doesn't get away, actually. The trade is good. Flashbang turns around. Willis has traded one, actually. Zoro is forced onto point, but Tread is going to be all over that. But he gets away. Zerion traded again. Tread goes for the mega. Zoro still swinging on point, keeping this alive, but Willis is getting full beamed. FD God is trying to pocket Zoro onto this, but he's completely outnumbered. Now FD God versus the world, 1v3, full beam Sim, and Gen.G will tie us up.
Oh my days. I'm still just reeling at those absolutely profound thoughts that we got to hear coming out of Backbone's mouth for the better part of the round. So good. And you can see, master of playing the enemy team. He's got them all on strings. Could you knock me up while we're here?
I can do that. Thank you, Trekus Max as well for the 16 months. Here for the Thinker, aren't we all?
Genuinely, aren't we all? My sleeping was greatly exaggerated watching ads on YouTube for you now. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you. yeah, unreal chatter, Anthony. Just unreal.
Is that W Anthony from earlier?
Yeah, that is W Anthony. That's Wrenchman 420 Glaze it, mate. Absolute legend of the chat. He's just unreal. 24/7 laughing. You should. I'll show you what he did in my Discord at some point. Zodiel instantly takes down Zoro. Peps falling apart at the seams. Now that the Thinker has scaled to the point that his teleporter heals him, he is unstoppable, and they are beaming down on Team Peps, incapable of keeping up with these high tempo thoughts, and the occasional bullet from Zodiel as well. First cap's going to go the way of Gen.G, but Team Peps, I mean, they are stepping forward actually. They've got 5 members. They're going to contest this for sure.
Yeah, Dip's underneath right now, looking for Zodiel as well, trying to find that unburrow. Defensive unburrow from Dip in the end just to get the touch. Drill Dash doesn't hit, so has to get Suzu out of that, so Peps need to wait for their next cycle. Willis backing it up as well. They're going to go through, but Gen.G do have the flip. Unburrow comes through. Lots of damage now. FD God dies. Drill Dash misses again from Dip. He's lost all of them. They have found the trade eventually, but Tread's got 2 in the back. No supports now, so they need kills quickly or not at all for Peps, but Tread should just be able to. So good for Diva, so powerful in these mid-fight cleanup situations.
Yeah, Tread cleans house, and Backbone, once it gets torqued, it's so much damage. It's so threatening, even for Willis. If Willis doesn't get that initial engagement onto the Sim, if Dip can't displace backers from his TP, it does wind up being a situation where Jamie can just microwave everybody down. Thank you for the TikTok first time chat, Marble Zhang. I'll take that into consideration, but not in this round because it's hard to mute audio. So try posting that again in a couple minutes when we're between maps, okay? Zarya swap comes out from Willis, going to enable White Kevster even more. Unfortunately, not enough enabling in the world to keep this guy alive. It's a concerted rush from Sky in response to that engagement will just cost Dip his life. Zoro has fallen on the flank yet again to Zodiel, and now Tread is pressing the advantage, sneaks up the mega health pack to TP Suzu Force, and Gen.G just going to back it out now.
It's a high noon. Oh, TP forward. He's moved out a bit. They're stuck in now. They try and get back to the TP. Zodiel can, but Backbone can't. An aggressive play doesn't pay off, and that's their symbol. D-Meg and the self-destruct is off. Tread is still on the map, though. He can get back in Meg, but his self-destruct, this is 2 ults down for Pisser, and Team Peps are right back on point.
Oh, Cough Theory style? Come on, I don't need to be hearing that right now. I think they call that Chris Theory or something. Willis, rocket jump up onto the high ground, takes down young Tread. Bobble comes out on Zoro. He will go down anyway. Jamie's talked, and Zoro does not know his limits on big reaps. Big step forward for Team Peps. Willis needs this grab yesterday. Tread's over to Hazard now. Crispy's got the beat, but FD can match. So Gen.G, no easy retakes here, but Suzu's already been forced. They're waiting for Zoro, but they might need to invest early. Jamie TP's into the server and throws up a TP. God, look at the thoughts behind that TP. It's so hard to stall point. FD God, he's been absolutely outthought here. He drops the beat. It only catches him and Dip. Tectonic shot, grab everything thrown into this one. White Kevster, it's a meat grinder on the point, but it's only 1-for-1 trades. Zerion has the later rush, but the scrap continues up, and it looks like Gen.G are going to steal the cap.
On these late deaths, they can't afford to die late, Peps. They have to try and live in this. Willis is backing it out right now, but Gen.G are looking for the chase. They can't quite find it. That was all the ults invested. Zerion taking his tool early. Peps have to commit to this one. Zodiel has the high noon. They have no choice but to touch through that as well. Trying to get a bit of an angle. Tiptoeing onto point. High noon will begin as the touch comes through. Sim TP for this one as well. Willis in big trouble. He's hunting it down. The wall is out. Willis gets around from it, actually. Tread's taking a lot of damage. Willis goes forward. They have to touch. 1-for-1 trade, but Tread is still alive. He's low as well. Zerion's found 2. Peps are right back in this. Zodiel has the high ground, but he's outnumbered.
Yo, Kran, thank you for this incredibly unexpected raid, brother. Appreciate that. Zerion on the point now. They've actually stolen the cap back. All of Jamie's thoughts for nothing. But we are back into it. Thank you so much, Kran. Appreciate that, bro. With these two, yeah, we're working on it. We're working on it. I am Rogalik. That's the purpose. Anyway, step back up for Gen.G now. They don't have ults yet. They're 25% away from the Kitsune rush, and Team Peps have staying power on the objective. TP on for Zoro, but Zodiel's fallen in the neutral. Deep push in for Team Peps, and it immediately delivers value. Now we're closing on last fight territory, 99.99 for the final turn. FD God, he's 30% ahead of beat. That's actually 20% for those that are a little bit more clued into number theory. But FD God, 20% ahead on the beat.
12.
Still, Kitsune rush for Zerion. If they go fast right now, they can take it. If they take it slow, they're still going to have an ult advantage with the spin, with the rush. So really, Gen.G, they need this symbol, need this downpour, or some magic from Zodiel in the neutral.
Yeah, Symbol could be the big swing factor as long as they can get there. They might have to go a little bit sooner than they really would like as they walk up initially. Just trying to swing through the right-hand side. Zoro looking for this Blossom. They TP flip the map. Now Kitsune Rush will come out. Will just be mirrored on point, but Zoro's going to do so much on this Blossom around the corner. Suzu 9 time. They all die. Crispy's there. He spins so fast, and Zoro has just deleted them there. And that should be first map, Team Peps.
Oh, no. That's a crushing defeat there for Gen.G. Felt like they really had it, but that final turn. Can we get the Ricardo, please? By the way, we're
getting listening to music.
Clean feed music now. So yeah, let me look at that TikTok now. Marble thing, but yeah, all those thoughts, and what do we get for it? What do we get for 1,000,000 Jamie thoughts? 17-5 Crispy, 12-3 FD God. You look at the stats. FD God has significantly more damage and healing and less deaths than Crispy. That 5 elim difference doesn't make one lick. I reckon that's crucial. That's critical.
Yeah, only 38% of predictors predicted Team Peps, but they will be winning big, eating well and all that.
This is hardcore chaff theory, I'm afraid. All right, we'll go to the unclean feed and we'll just punt on this TikTok. Just doesn't look like Lenny at all, dude. Like, what are you talking about? Dip with 3.5, Zerion with 9.5.
Oh, you got the numbers.
You see it?
I'm locking into some
I saw
numbers.
it in the first one, and then I didn't see it at all in the second.
Yeah, 6 for Jamie, 6.5 Crispy. Yeah, it's FD God for big winner there.
I thought so too, yeah, I love it.
Willis has scored reasonably too.
Hey, Sammy. Did that work in the title? Or does it not move? Because it's like, you know, Twitch title. I feel like you can't have a moving Twitch title. Comfort streamer? Yeah, we did. It's just text, it doesn't work. Should I make the title normal with like an emoji? Is this Jake? Yeah, Jake's back.
Wait.
Uber's been out for 2 weeks in a row now. Because, yeah. Last week they had Avril, now they've got Jake. With a bizarrely low quality webcam, no? Like, Morello looks ultra HD. Like, you can quite literally, like, plastic surgery investigate this guy until the cows come home. But Jake looks like he's in 480p for some reason. Are you seeing this?
Yeah, is it not the VCT Major? I think, is it Major or something, or Champions, or whatever they call it? I don't know if that's what
it's done to Mitch unless he got an additional gig. Like, I saw him tweeting one of those, like, you know those, like, sappy, like, please hire me in the future things where it's like an absolute privilege to have done this, just happy to have been here, etc, our run is done. Like, he tweeted one of those things. So I don't think he has any more gigs unless he got an extra one.
Okay. Oh, Treacle says he's doing VCT. Trekkers Max says pretty sure that's just how Jake looks, no. Also, can I just what is his background?
In person. He doesn't look
what is his background? Fuzzy. It's half white, and then it doesn't feel like a real window. Has he just got a poster of trees?
That's not a window, mate. He's not in the forest.
He's in the forest. That's why he's only got 480. He's got forest signal.
The way you're asking that question, yeah, that's hotel art. But this could be his home.
He lives in a hotel.
It's Jake trying to appear more human. That's what this is.
Hey, Grok, get me one of those human backgrounds.
This is something the DHL Clanker would have come up with, for sure.
Show me where humans live, please. Thank you, Zeke, for the first time this looks like he's in a hotel. Yeah.
Let's invest in a new webcam. I reckon he's got a good webcam. I reckon there's just something wrong with his feed, you know? Like, it's got to be like a technical issue for the guy. Your theory is that Jake died 3 years ago and has been AI ever since. I'm buying what you're selling right now. I'm buying what you're selling. Should I go for a triple snooze? I think I'll go for a triple snooze on the
No way.
I mean, Cran just hosted me. I think if I don't run ads for a minute, it's helpful.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, when he hosted me, it was like mid-ad break. So I'm not sure if, like, when you raid someone that's mid-ad break, if it just, like, immediately drives away lots of viewers by stunning them with an ad, like a pre-roll.
As long as I presume it wouldn't. Like, I guess the timing is the important bit, right? Are they there just as it starts, or if they're there halfway? If they're there halfway through, I would presume they're fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was in the middle of it. So, you know, I just don't want to drive away Cran's viewers. You know, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 whole follows.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got 5 whole follows when Cran raided me. So that's kind of massive. I think we'll try and get some good faith going. Just buffered the feed. 15 whole minutes.
All right, predictions are still 59% to Gen.G for map 2, despite map 1. I mean, it was close. Send it Floro, and then I'll make a judgment call. Or pay 20,000 channel points, and you just have it. Also, hearing Casemiro has been sent off, meaning it's now 10 versus 10. But hopefully Man United's goal lead is intact.
Is that you on Gen.G banning Zen? I quite like that. The second ban Zen. Oh no, that's a first ban.
A first ban, that would be, protecting Kiri Lucio. I really think they really don't want to play Wu Yang. I think they worry... Well, I was going to say they worry their sim comp doesn't work without Kiri Lucio, but the sim comp also doesn't work without Sim.
Yeah. Does Crispy have the Wu Yang gene, or is he just a lost puppy on that character?
I'm not sure. I feel like I don't have a strong memory of seeing it.
DLC hero, we good? I mean, Kiri's a DLC hero. Like, it's fucked whichever way you slice it. I'm fucking with this, though. As a protect banner at heart, I fuck with this heavy.
It does... I think it does feel particularly bad for Gen.G to have to play into the sim ban on their choice of map as well. I mean, at least it's out of the way, but obviously Nis was the ban, the sim ban that is, that they lost to, even against Quick Esports. But they have killed Zerion immediately, so maybe Nis is looking a little bit easier to get in.
This guy says Crispy not got a full Lucio gene, so I doubt it. Look, mate, if Crispy doesn't have the Lucio gene, what genes does he have? Alright, body's on the point for Gen.G. They're going for the cap early on. They've actually got 3 on point very fast. Did somebody from Peps get picked, or are we just taking this right now?
Zerion did. Yeah, Zerion died immediately.
Too much chat, really. My mistake. Tread, got a fast push, though. Instant judgment from Gen.G. They've taken Zoro for a ride. Zodiel's traded, but TP and Suzu forced out of Zerion now, so if they can connect onto him, which it appears that they can't, because White Kev's just going to kill Sky on the point and doesn't have touch. Whoa! Oh my god! This is going to be just such a poo fight of a series. Like, I can feel it. This is going to be so ugly, all 5.
both beds are going to be absolutely ruined by the end of this, and it will just be who has the least shit in their bed. But rest assured...
This is going to be a palliative care ward by the time we're done with this fucking series. Like, it is horrifying. Genuinely, my god. That is so bad.
Alright, so FD God has a tidal blast. That's the good news. They have this ult a lot, quite a bit quicker than a lot of Gen.G's ults as well, so they can go with this one potentially onto Dip if they want as well. But Zoro's going to find a pick onto Backbone, so they might not need it. Zerion is awfully low, has to TP away from that, but FD God keeping everyone pocketed. And just a free fight off Zoro's pick.
Yeah, free fight win secured. Now Team Peps, they just get to hold the choke. Willis has a fantastic position to hold on. Zoro with a nice long angle can potentially control the flank, control these windows as well. Team Peps though, it's not free. Back is just trying to work his way in 1v2 versus a, allegedly pocketed Tracer if Zerion can be asked. White Kev once again ready to duel with Bacchus, but a fast swing from Gen.G. They pop through the choke, and Peps are actually willing to just take the BAP check. They don't want to get overwhelmed by this push. They drop the tidal blast now, and Sky goes down. Blast connects. Sky has fallen. Bacchus too. Even Tread losing suit, and now it's just going to be Peps cleaning up these final kills, trying to prevent trades.
We just check a sync quickly. I'm on 59, 58, 57, 56.
We're in sync to me, but if you think it's out of sync, you just have to flick a pause like ever so slightly. That's about it.
Yeah, it was just for tidal blast felt a little bit late, but
that's because my mouth is late.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just not watching the game.
There's lots of interesting messages to read, to be fair to you, so I can't blame it.
No, I mean the chat is on fire right now. There's so many people without sub badges. I haven't seen this in ages because of the ads.
All right, coming through the choke now, and they're trying to clear Willis back. They will pop that overclock as well. They'll just kill Willis as well, so no help. Kitsune Rush a little bit late, and Zodiel was just cleaning it up. He's been deadly with knees. The dragon coming out, but it's going to make no difference. Clean one from Zodiel. That Kitsune Rush gets nothing, and Gen.G now can break forward, and they actually have a lot of these ults still for the next fight. Beat push will be the most dangerous one.
Yeah, the beat push could be deadly here. You can see Gen.G, I mean, really powerful combo to have for the final fight, in all honesty, because Team Peps, they want the downpour, but it's actually really difficult to hit this downpour. The only person that's an easy target, really, Crispy, Zodiel, if they try to push deep. Maybe a counter downpour, but to go first with it is incredibly hard. Sky and Bacchus trying to fight side at the moment, TP force, but Willis, he really just wants to take as much space as he can, deny this high ground from Zodiel. He's taking an absolute beating though, downpour forced, beat out for Crispy. Zero-man downpour, here's the beat push. Crispy's actually caught by the downpour, he might go down as well. Looks to have survived by the skin of his pearly whites, but Tread, he's stolen the Meg, and now Gen.G, two in a row for Peps!
Oh my god. Just a disaster. I mean, the old situation wasn't great for them, but if they sold that one out, they were really going to get a tidal blast in just a few seconds. That was possible, but all of a sudden, Gen.G are just storming them in this. Now, 4-minute time bank for third point. Kitsune Rush coming up again. Willis will be swapping onto the Zarya. Now, obviously, did have some success on this over on the Lijiang Tower, but a notably flatter part of the map. Well, if Dip is behind here, I don't think he's seen that. They were hiding for him. Sky was setting up an ambush, but doesn't hit any of the shots. So Dip will remain behind as a threat here. But that means it's going to be hard to get the tidal blast on him, potentially.
Heavens. Oh, heavens. 2 C9s in a row. You can't come back from that. White Kev finds 2. He's coming back from that. Suzu forced out of Sky. He might even find the kill. Yeah, he finds the kill. White Kev is just so on right now. Zarya swap from Willis. should force Tread off D.Va, honestly. I think D.Va's really difficult on this point into the Zarya. When Gen.G have position, when they can hold forward on the corner and deny the high ground, really doable for Team Peps. But Gen.G, maybe an overclock from Zodiel. If he can take a wide angle, if he won't be contested by Dip, if he can't be, face to face with Willis, a real chance. Kitsune Rush comes out in main, but Tread has lost his suit for basically nothing. So that's a bomb for naught. Willis pushing deep with the Tidal Blast, basically juicing as much damage as he possibly can into Tread. And just like that, Gen.G have deleted 2 ultis.
They're chasing Backbone out as well. Dip is hot on his heels. No recall for Backbone either. He's 2 bars, but he gets away. Zodiel's relieving a lot of pressure with this overclock, but has been forced to slide backwards as well. So much more defensive angle. Tries to get that exit shot on Willis, but cannot. Kitsune Rush mostly kited though. Tread is okay. And now Gen.G can look to push, but look at Zoro hiding with this bowler. I don't think they know. Well, they know now.
Oh, bubble is crispy, and there's no Suzu to save him, and Zoro gets bubbled out. Unfortunately, Bacchus' pulse is not really going to achieve much here. It was bubbled, broken, but, 3 players dead for Gen.G. Just not going to happen, is it? Now Tread over to the Hazard, trying to make the switch, and White Kevster has fallen pre-fight. So the perfect storm for Gen.G to just step up and take it. Tread actually decided to ditch the Hazard pick, go over to the Zarya himself, but it's another beat turn. This time around though, Willis has a grab.
Pulse bomb to combo with it as well if they want. Willis looking for it early on. Bubbles have been forced out. Hits the backline there. Defensive beat comes through. Looking for the pulse bomb. Pulse bomb's there. Suzu's perfect. They survive. All of that as well. Well managed. And Willis is now low afterwards. One more bubble out, but Tread can push his advantage. He's trying to beam. They get it. Falls. Tread is awfully low. So a Zarya trade. Zoro from the high ground finds 2 again. Now Crispy just stuck in the dogfight here with the Tracer, but no escape from White Kev. And that's going to be Peps hanging on for now as well again.
Critical trades for Team Peps. A good grab turn gets them what they need. And, I mean, in contrast, I look up to the ult sitch, and it looks very grim indeed for Gen.G. This is their pick and their first ban. And now they're pushing into 3rd point with a real difficult situation ahead of them. Tread is a bit slow on this grab. Crispy dropping the beat in that fight for a defeat screen. It's going to be hard for them to ever have a meaningful ult swing. They've only got a minute left on the clock. Still on the high ground is Zoro, playing this Freya to perfection, and it's really difficult to contest him from here. Currently, Gen.G getting a little bit of free card push, and they're about to have the Kitsune Rush, but again, oh, Sky, Suzu forced. Might want that one back, honestly. Crispy's gone very deep, very aggressive. No Suzu to save him, and he's just going to feed his brains out, really. Sky dropped the Kitsune Rush in that turn as well. So, overclock from Zodiel. 3v5 really needs to win with this clock, otherwise that will be all she wrote. He slides right into Willis, and it's just going to be a feed. Absolute disaster here for Gen.G. 20 seconds on the clock, a grab and a pulse for the final turn, but just unforced error into unforced error from Crispy, from Zodiel, even from Sky using that Suzu with a single bolt on him. Costs them way too much.
Thank you, GM Jinxo, for the 7 months now, as Gen.G have one more attempt close to that grab, but Peps are holding close. Backbone's trying to kind of come through top left. Gets the touch a little bit early, but can get next touch as well. Bubble onto point. Zodiel onto the Ash with the opening pick. Tread has been traded, though. No grab in place. Stick is good again from Backbone, though. Now, the payload, it's still moving, but can the rest of Gen.G survive? Backbone can't help him, but they don't need any help. Sky gets it. He's taking care of Zoro. They have lost Crispy, but Willis is now stranded. Look how far the payload's going.
Bacchus just needs to give Sky TP. Sky's up in the window right now. 2v1 on the cart. There is actually 2v2, now 2v3. But Bacchus, he just needs to keep on stalling, keep ping-ponging the payload. Tread's back on the wheel. He deleted a grab here.
And now he gets grabbed.
Onto Tread now, and Sky goes down to White Kevin. It's just not going to happen. 4 for Team Peps. And the car gets held on 3rd. But
that was 4 minutes on 3rd point.
I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one at all for Gen.G.
The swap.
Huge time bank squandered, and just everything goes wrong for them in the OT stages.
Yeah, it's really tough, isn't it? There was even a couple of fights where, there was that one where Crispy dealt with Dip behind, but then they just get traded. Every time they had success, there was either Dip or Zoro or somebody on the side of Peps was just finding important trades, which meant they could never really move around that corner. In fact, the only time they really did move around that corner was the Backbone C9, where Peps were kind of just trying to fight forward to get the kills and make sure they had the trades. And then, I don't know, I can see why Tread deleted the Grav. It's maybe hard to manage exactly how quickly does Backbone need all the help in the world, because he is on the payload by himself. But obviously, by the time Willis gets in that Grav, there's just no hope, right? Just going to grab on point. What can you do? Where can you go? And that's a pretty good hold for Peps.
Cameron, you asked, did Scissors really leave SSG? I don't think it's possible for Scissors to leave SSG. We're in the middle of the stage, so he's on the roster for sure. Yeah, like He's posting LFT in the middle of a stage when there's no competitions for the remainder of the stage. So, like, yeah, I feel like he's taking at least a little bit of the piss with that one. Why is this LFT? It's Jamal's son. Like, be so serious right now. Like,
Painkiller says, didn't Tread say I can't play D.Va? Not looking too good right now. Thanks, Painkiller.
Are you cheating on me, Painkiller?
Good luck later, mate. It's going to be Kiri, Lucio, Hazard for Gen.G on the defense. Willis will take the Hazard mirror. Don't need to ask him twice. Zodiel continuing to play, and Backbone's just put Dip in a bag here. Deleted him, and Sky as well. It's a double gap in the alleyway, and Peps are going to have to reset.
Yeah, quick reset forced onto Peps. Sky and back is reigning supreme. Does feel like, you know, if this is Gen.G's first map pick, their first ideal ban scenario, it's a little scary to think that Jamie on Tracer for, you know, the first opportunity for them to swing back in Tennis Theory. Not saying that Jamie's not got it on Tracer, he's delivering, but it's just odd as the sim team. Slash out, Tread connecting with Jamie once again. Recall forced, TP forced out as well. Unfortunately, Tread's losing a lot of time walled in by the Hazard, and Zoro in main has found not only Crispal but also Zodiel. He misses that follow-up shot on the Wu Yang as well, and there's just going to be no trade coming through. It's just going to be an easy first point cap for Team Peps. 2 fights, still get it essentially a minute, 10, 15 seconds. Dirty. Crispy dead again. Speed laugh.
4 for Zoro in that one as well, who really is starting to come alive. He got through a huge amount of work on that third point from the high ground, finding all of those trades, and now he's providing the openings for him on the attack as well. 5-minute time bank for third. Early take aim shot as well, just trying to keep Zodiel at bay. Down to half HP, another swing as Zodiel crosses a little bit. You can see already this side fight is going to happen again. Dip and Zerion taking on Backbone and Sky. Obviously, Sky has a few more responsibilities here in terms of helping main and being the main source of healing, but Zodiel comes to help the flank, and that's Zerion shut down again. And Gen.G, despite a poor first point, they are winning more of these side fights.
Gen.G are doing a good job winning the side, getting the picks that they need. Unfortunately, they will just have the occasional catastrophic failure. And when you consider the fact that Team Peps only wound up on third because they C9 both first and second, it starts to get a little bit worrying for how these ult trades are actually going to play out. Zodiel actually manages to slip away from that tidal blast turn. There's a Kitsune rush up in main from Sky, but Tread needs so much healing. Jamie sneaks back, takes the mega health pack, push back in main. Bowler comes out, catches nobody, but Crispy's jumped on it out of respect. He's taken so much damage, maybe lives to tell the tale. So many ultimates about to be online for Gen.G. Slash in and no wall for Willis. Mega health pack controlled by Jamie. Clock out and a beat for Gen.G, but Bacchus doesn't get the beat. Deep push inside for Zodiel. No kills converted, yet he needs something. 1-for-1 trades. White Kev sticks Bacchus. Sky goes down. Gen.G have burned 4 ultimates for a 2-for-2 trade right now. I suppose Team Peps have burned 4 as well. It's actually quite even if you consider that. White Kev finds Zodiel on the way out the door. Tread still has the downpour, but can he survive this one? Can he actually trade this with a Freya on top of his head drilling him? Absolutely not.
Just drilled in the end, and that will be the payload rolling forward. Peps taking this downpour into the next fight as well. Tread will have one as well. Only ult's really in play. The longer the fight goes, the closer FD will get to this tidal blast as well, especially because he can shoot the walk up a little bit here. One more fight to seal this, and again we see the side fight on the far left of our screen right now. Zerion and Dip lining up to try and get through that left-hand side up against Bacchus and Sky.
Tread, downpour available. Willis, same situation. Zoro is in a very difficult to contest position. Far back in main. Tread has been worked in the neutral, and he's just going to go down. Another absolutely egregious error from Tread as he goes forward and just gets poked out. No cover, no hope. And suddenly, the Gen.G heads starting to look worse for wear. Is Juby in your chat right now? Juby, what's your roster? Tell me.
Surely she is tapped out of a double Gen.G at this point. Not baited for any more. Zoro now has his high ground position, Tidal Blast nearly ready to go, and really it just came down to a gap in the hazards there. Willis got a really good wall and Tread was just hung out to dry. Easy kill in the end, and we are in one fight territory right now. Tidal Blast on FD God. Zoro's going to swing right with the bowler as well. Opportunity, downpour onto Willis. Zerion dies though, good trade from Tread. Suzu is good as well. Willis has to back it up, and they're just going to give this one up. Tread drops the downpour on point, finds nothing, he's low, but the downpour buys him enough to get away. Now his team is with him, they can all push forward, and Gen.G hang on for now.
Gen.G, they cling on for dear life, but such a difficult task ahead of them. 3.5 minutes, a humongous time bank, and they cannot have any unforced errors this time around. Getting picked in the neutral, Crashing out. Weeks, thank you for the prime. Welcome to the Parasocial Friends Club. Appreciate that. Welcome, welcome.
Willis,
Sky.
That's for
Unforced errors. There it is. Goes down with cooldowns, with Rush. Clock comes out. White is going to pulse Zodial as well. It's a 3v5 already. Jamie needs to come up trumps with this pulse bomb. Can we pulse 4 members here? Gen.G, they're back. They've got 3 players in spawn. They can get another tap here. White Kev's just forced to recall out of backers. Kitsune Rush comes out from the top rope. Somebody has to touch Shy. Suzu's to tap the card. Zodial is back on the Widow pick. He goes 0 for 2 on shots against Zoro. Willis is low though. They can do this.
Yeah, D-Mech beat comes through though to help the baby get back into mech as well. Kitsune Rush comes out in response from Zerion. They are trying to peel in this corner. Zerion is throwing it out. Sky TP's away. Pocket onto the high ground. Needs to make sure they touch in all of this. 80 centimeters left and Zoro and Dip from the high ground. They find 2 kills. But baby goes down. They're gonna get it done anyway. The beat push doesn't find what it needs. Not in time to keep treading mech. It's gonna fall apart. And there's actually 2 minutes, 18 seconds to spare for Team Peps as they get that one over the line.
Let's get some Ricardo, please, now.
I need a drink. Ricardo, please.
Everybody, we're starting a new trend here, you know? When we hear the NA EMEA clean feed music come in jarringly quickly, we start Ricardo pleasing. Thank you. All right, what do we have here? Such a shitty trend, it pleases me. I don't need to hear this out of you right now, Pussy Brigadier. And Dr. Suleiman working against me in tandem? My own people rise against me. 7-7 for Crispy. FD God absolutely pumping him in stats as well. I mean, you can see right here, this just kills the roster. This just kills the roster. If you have Crispy on your roster this week, look at FD's stats. 17-4. 16k heals, 8k damage. Crispy stats, 7-7. More deaths, less than half of the evens. Literally half the damage, almost half the healing. The scoring between FD and Crispy in this series, the difference between being a Lucio player only and a Wu Yang player flex, huge difference. Maybe they should have banned, did they ban Wu Yang on map 1? Let's have a look. All the bans. On map 1, yeah, Gen.G already banned Wu Yang. Fuck, dude. 1 map in and they're already out of options. Like, now they can protect ban sup again and Sim can't get banned out, so Jamie can, you know, have some like crazy thoughts. But like, they are going to have a map eventually where like, Team Peps are going to be able to ban one of Lucio or Kiri. Gen.G, you know, they can reverse sweep. Evening, Dekuki, Tangerine. Yeah, this is tough for Gen.G. Because now Sim ban, you know, impossible for the remainder of the series. Jamie can play his best from start to finish, but yeah. Let's pray. Okay. Stop praying and infesting. I'm gonna have to remove these Nightbot commands. Like, is Jake AI? You see some sort of like, you think it's like AI upscaling or something? I think it's just like a low quality webcam or like a low quality feed. Something just like doesn't look right about his like lighting scene, you know? Like Morello has like actual perfect lighting, you know? He has like perfect lighting for his face where like there's nothing like reflective, but then his background lighting is like nice and ambient and calm. He has like a diffused RGB light in the back. He has the punch kit in a frame to know that he's with the kids and up to date with what Overwatch players are all about. He has an RGB light in his mic, actually, which is like kind of crazy, actually. You think he is pure AI? Did Mr. X change his nose? We're looking into this. We're looking into this, Hardy.
We've got our best people.
We're going to do the studies. Why is Jake Lyon using only half of a green screen? That's not a green screen. That's actually him in nature.
It's a window.
Do we have definitive proof Jake is real? Having met Jake in person numerous times, most recently at AWC like less than 2 months ago, I'm pretty sure that he's not a real person.
Wait, did you touch him?
He's like a caricature of a person.
It might be a hologram.
Shoulder, or I might have hit him with like the DP shoulder check in the back rooms. So yeah, okay. Gen.G again, support protect, mercy ban, Esperanza. There's an NVIDIA thing that tries to keep your eyes facing the camera, so you could be using some AI thing. No, Jake is just like Have you seen American Psycho, like Patrick Bateman? Like that's Jake, he's like a caricature of a real person. He's like just an abstraction of what a upstanding citizen is supposed to be like. So he's actually just really good at maintaining that eye contact. He's very conscious. Down 0-2, let's ban Mercy, let's invest. Speed invest. Well, it's because, what are you meant to ban? They've used the Wu Yang ban. They can't ban Kiri. Like, they're out of meaningful bans.
Yeah, the sim can't be protected. Yeah, they have to protect
They lost their Wu Yang ban. Yeah, they're just fucked.
Yeah, they don't need to protect sim anymore.
They're so fucked.
Alright, quick Preds for map 3 if anyone wants to gamble. Surely Peps will be the favourite in the Preds this time. Come on.
Why do you think Tracer ban would be good? Because then the problem for Gen.G is that they're in the hole protecting support. Because they feel like they can't play Sim without Lucio and Kiri. Like their comp is just too contingent on too much. Like they've actually got SSG stage 2 problems where it's like you need multiple heroes to make their comp work, and you can't protect ban for them all. So now they're protect banning for the one role that they think is the most fucked. But what's just going to happen now is they're going to go to map, even if they win this map, which is entirely possible, they're just going to go to map 4.
This is their
have
best
no
map.
ability to protect anymore. And on map 4, what's going to happen? Like, they're just going to have Lucio banned against them. They're going to have to play against the Wu Yang again. Did you see the stat line difference? Like, it was huge. We have to sync up again because I was rewinding to look at the
scoreboard. Thank you, Creed, for the 16 months as well. Looking at the score, I guess outthinking your opponent didn't work out as planned. I mean, he's been thinking. But there's maybe no thoughts that can save him. What was that?
Music on the map?
Alright. 10,
it's like
9, 8, 7, 6.
Just flicker pause with that, like real flicker, like a fast flicker. PK says, I've seen this Mercy ban before. We've all been there, PK. We've all been there.
Cheating on me, are you, PK?
Oh, you're cheating on me because your sub ran out, so you're in ad purgatory. I see. Well, that's starting soon, PK. So I'll see you never, mate. All right.
Sim, Bastion, Zarya for Gen.G. Esperanza is the map that they obviously beat Virtus Pro on. They won it against Quick as well. And they really should have won it as well up against Vision in week 1. So their best map. They're desperate for a win on the board here, and they've got Sim Bastion on the rollout here. So Peps, I don't know if they'll be expecting this. Gen.G have ran it before, but Peps play a different set of comps than a lot of the teams they've ran this Bastion into. I guess the question will just be, can they find that form timing to burst through Willis? Peps, though, they can play it slow. They can just play for their Kiri and Wu Yang angles, but it's an aggressive TP to try and catch for Kiri. The Kiri's the harder of the targets to catch, though. Really, the Wu Yang, I think, is the primary target you want to try and find.
I would love to fix that, but I'm not sure how. All right. Tread on the Zarya, stepping up right now. He's just holding the space in main. You can see Willis on Hazard, pushing the card as much as he can, but there's going to be another pop timing for Gen.G any second now. They're going to go for the TP. They've TP'd over to the flank. Bastion form is dropped. No kills converted. Yep, you can see Willis has taken a beating. That is going to be Gen.G stealing the card away a little bit further, but Willis is trying to hold it down. Wait, Zodiel's fallen? Hang on. No way. Gen.G, with this aggressive engagement, they don't find a kill and they lose their Bass. Tread needs to find a turn now, or they are just going to get cooked here in the neutral.
He's got a lot of energy. He's got a bubble spare as well, trying to beam down Zoro. Zoro, just about in reach, gets that one, but he's traded for it. And it's better trades for Peps. They'll clean up all of the fight there as well. And I mean, one of the problems with Bastion is he's just a kind of wide guy. So all these take-aim bolts from Zoro, he can't really miss them. So instant swap onto the Cass now as well. So Gen.G's playstyle doesn't change massively with this, and I think the Cass will be a better matchup.
Oh, this is so brutal here. Team Peps already in control. The retakes are, definitely opened up by the Symmetra pick. They can definitely take some space up on the high ground without too much difficulty. You can see first up, Gen.G are going to step on low ground, try and force Willis back without using the TP. Suzu and Bubble to counter out the pulse bomb from White Kevin, but now Tread is locked in a corner and there's no Suzu to save him. You can see he's taking damage from every angle. But if D-God has been traded, Tread is down. He was pivoting on the card, trying to hold that down. Zodiel's found 2. We're still in a 3v3, but we're not out of it yet. Lewis, thanks for the 12 months. Welcome back, mate. Thank you.
Zodial chasing down Zorro as well. 1 HP. Crispy will finish the job. And Zodial's trades might just be enough for Gen.G yet. Nice. Zodial's cleaning everything up now. Needs to deal with the Tracer too. Dip is on the run. Should be as well. And they don't get the cap out of that, Pep. So have to reset. And now Gen.G, they have a time to get everyone back. They have all 5 of their ultimates coming up. And it has to be said, lots more powerful ults on the Gen.G side. The grab for Sim will go a long way in this.
Oh my god, it really does feel as if, you know, we just need a big shield. We need a Reinhardt for this comp. TP comes out, aggressive up onto the high ground, wall forced immediately out of Willis. You can see he's using a lot of his block as well. Tidal Blast comes out, beat in response from Crispy. He's trying to push backline. Counter Downpour comes out from Willis as well. High Noon, swing from Zodial. He doesn't have a TP to enable this one, but Willis, he takes a back shot. That's a lot of damage onto him. Zerian has to use the Kitsune Rush, but he's double dinked by Zodial. He's taken incredibly low. Up on the high ground now, Willis comes slashing in. Suzu to save. Zodial, protect the President. I see a personal bubble out from Tread. That is not protecting the President. 1-for-1 trades as Zerian has fallen. Tread is pulsed. Another bubble for himself, but it pays off. 4-for-1 trades. It's only White Kevin remaining. Gen.G back in control, pushing the card deeper. Might be able to get check off this.
Should be good for it as well. Didn't use the symbol in all of that in that big ult exchange there. Good beat from Crispy to start it all off, and then they are able to convert long term with that one. So now they'll get checkpoint, symbol to keep pushing if they want as well, and it's looking very good for Gen.G now all of a sudden. Oh, they denied cap actually.
Oh, no way. I thought they were going to get the check off that one, to be honest. Bacchus has the symbol. You can see they're playing it quite slow. Tread drops down to the ground, uses a personal bubble again. I mean, look, no lead, no check. Zorro flanking. It's a bolt. Will connect onto backbone, and Willis gets it. That was so important. Such a good pick for Team Peps. Now the only ultimate that Gen.G had in the tank has disappeared. And Zodial, he can't perform another miracle. You can see Gen.G pushing the cart at the very least, but Team Peps, they're going to be able to push back so quickly. Crispy's just wall riding out of there. I think Gen.G should be able to touch because they've got the Sim, the Lucio, a very fast comp, but it's a big rush. I can't look, Skull. I can't look.
Can we do a quick sync? I need a little boost clean feed. So 43, 42, 41, 40, 39, 38. Cool. Never in doubt. Simwall's advantage still, obviously, for Backbone there, and that's the checkpoint going through. But they have a chance to retake this. Obviously, this is a more difficult one, but this is where the Sim can really pay off on this map. The ability to go onto these high ground positions, just flip the map, get the high ground for themselves. They might Symbol first out. They're going to try and clear Willis. They force him inside. Willis is going to wall defensively and actually flank behind, but Gen.G are just going to ignore him. They're going to walk forward, but now Gen.G, they need to try and catch these backliners here. Zorro is flanking on the high ground, but now Gen.G, they trade that Symbol for position.
Symbol traded, and ultimately, Team Peps, they've gotten the check, but I do feel like Gen.G, or maybe I need the clean feed boost now. I'm on a buffer.
Oh.
59, 58, 57, 56, 55, 54, 53.
It just works. High noon for Zodial now. Tidal Blast in response, trying to get the stun on that one. Does block it up. Lots of damage onto Willis as well. But Dip has found Crispy just before the beat is up as well. TP away for Zodial, but he's also low. And Peps have found the conversion of that Tidal Blast. Zodial will be the last to fall. And now Peps can go forward. No trades for him either.
It just can't happen. If Crispy survives that turn, gets the beat off, it's absolutely cooked for Team Peps. Zodial survived the entire engagement of the Tidal Blast. Everything was perfect right up until Crispy dies, 98% on the beat. It just cannot happen, but it's a familiar story for this Gen.G roster. Sky, Crispy, these unforced errors really cost them heavy. And now you can see Kitsune Rush on the cart, head-to-head fight, Zarya versus Hazard. It's difficult for Tread to play life. Up on the high ground, Zodial is just being pocketed by Crispy. Zerian's burned. His Suzu, though, Downpour's out in main. Not sure that it's caught anyone. No. He's just taken low, but not low enough to find a kill, and we've got to listen in.
I can go. Point up on this. I get some point. I'm just time point. Can you guys live?
Yeah, live.
We just play for our
It's fine. Okay, see,
Actually, we do.
Grave I know 60.
Just trade. We do the same thing. Let me jump on the side. I can touch fine for this.
Yeah, I'm usually main.
There are a lot
of walking up main. They're walking up. They're walking up.
I'm back in 5.
They're walking me. No. Fight. Sim is in.
I cannot touch for this. Oh, try to chase. Oh, one. Guess one. No cleanse. I'm on this. I can't. Play slow. We have to play slow. Play for I'm going top. You make a play. I'm gonna hide.
Big ult advantage, Gen.G.
Walk main. Can you flank?
Sim. You're walking main. Sim.
I'm touching.
Gen.G is so back. You see him, this guy?
I need care on point. Cast. Cast one. Coming on point. Yeah, cast one. Hold on. Share this.
And Crispy.
I'm dead now.
Sorry, Jamie's about to clutch up.
Simi's low. You guys win.
That's not TP. I broke TP.
Please do.
That's C-Mall, son. Take his space, I'm pushing.
There is C-Mall.
C'est C-Mall?
Yeah, we need to always fuck this fight after the TP.
Je vois ça va, nous on a 5. All top left.
That's a horrible ult track.
Thanks for the 8 months. Welcome back. Salut mon ref. Comment ça va? Ça va bien. Welcome back. Thank you very much. Zerion has a Kitsune Rush available, but Gen.G, huge ult bank and lead secured. Very, very nice. High Noon pulled by Zodial up on the high ground, but it's looking very, very difficult. He can't actually find a target. Team Peps, they still are a little bit down on ultimates though. Gen.G, press the advantage, lads.
Kitsune Rush comes out now for Zerion by push. They kill Zodial immediately. There's a grab in play for Tread still. He's got eyes on this one. Suzu has been forced out. He drops back down to the low ground. Still an opportunity, but Zoro again. He's just found 2. Tread is going to drop for the trade, but he's lost him. He grabs Willis instead. Willis has found a kill in this grab, though. Zoro is still unchecked on the high ground. Zoro is now holding this. The payload is gone. They're losing meters during this. Tread is trying to run back now, but Zoro has no interest. They're just fighting point. They're playing for the lead. Zerion and Willis is there. They're going to get the lead. Oh, disaster.
It's a classic Crispy beat fight where he dies at 90-something% on the beat. Gen.G with ult advantage, lose cart control, lose the fight, lose the fucking series, as now Team Peps have 4 ultimates for next turn, only Crispy with the beat. It is absolutely fucked. W macro from the Thinker right now. Alright, Gen.G, last turn, really. A minute on the clock. They need to clutch up so heavily at this point. Massive ult deficit, meters conceded. Deep push in for Willis, bowler to reinforce. Beat comes out from Crispy, trying to counter the first layer. Downpour is out. It has caught Tread. He's in the open. He is going to go down. Team Peps have used 4 for 1 to win this turn, but it does essentially secure them a humongous lead. There's a comeback possible for Gen.G here, though. Team Peps' sloppiness with ult economy could cost them, as long as Zodial stops fucking staggering.
Just come on, Zodial, mate. Needs to be perfect from here, and it's a long way back now. 122 meters and counting. They have the symbol advantage, but Team Peps, they can bleed these ults out in multiple fights. Gen.G need to win several in a row, and they need to try and maintain ult advantage through all of them. So now Gen.G need efficient fights, no trades, no unforced errors.
No unforced errors. Gabriama, you clearly don't understand that Avril Theory has been long since disproven and it's a bunch of hogwash. Kitsune Rush available for Sky. He can drop that down in main. You can see Back is just poking away from the side right now, trying to win the angle fight on card. Kitsune Rush comes out from Sky, and Zodial is the man to die to it. So, a horrific start for Gen.G. Swing back in for Team Peps. They drop the Kitsune Rush. Symbol is out from Jamie. The Thinker trying his best to think his way through this fight, but Crispy has fallen in the exchange. It's now a 2v5. And Gen.G, somehow, someway, have been 3-0'd by Team Peps. The wheat and the chaff have been separated, and unfortunately we have come to the horrifying conclusion that Gen.G are chaff.
It's a team of chaff versus a team of wheat. What do you expect?
The stinker, don't call it that.
My god, yeah, that was not close in the end. Dip, 18-1 on that one. Go on, Dip.
FD God just putting up generational score lines on Wu Yang every map. I bet he was cheap as fuck on Fantasy.
He's like 16 or something, I want to say as well, actually.
It's so cheap.
You know, like, my frothy Philly Gambit should have actually been an FD God Gambit now with the power of hindsight.
Do they have a double?
No, not. I think their double was week 5 or something. This is their only game.
I mean, you think you're going to throw up Malarkey? Who was on your roster, Malarkey? Did you have Gen.G players?
Oh my god. Malarkey's still doubling down on Gen.G or something here.
Jesus fucking Christ. He's got a Juby Hawk tier roster. It's over. Chaff G.
He was flaming me, question mark. Painkiller is not letting this one go. Alright. I'm gonna have some dinner.
Imagine having Zodial on your roster. Yeah, I mean, at least you got impact frags, you know.
I mean, say what you want about Zodial. He's probably going to make the EMEA highlights again with with one of those overclocks. So he's the real winner.
The Renegade greater than Krusty confirmed. Same as it ever was. Computer Overwatch.
Nothing ever happens.
So, are you an action? Wait, I'm looking at Computer Overwatch. You've been sub for 8 months. Like, I'm just looking at your chat history. Vive la France, and then a bunch of French flags and French emojis. A bunch of French flags. The Renegade greater than Krusty. Like,
is it possible he's French?
Have you been a Frenchman hiding in my chat all along? I mean, when he subbed, he literally said "Salut mon ref, comment ça va?" Like, I think
that might have been a giveaway.
Here, like,
honestly,
yeah, I think we might be in trouble here. Too. You're Canadian? Oh, you're a French Canadian. Even worse. Ban maybe? Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Like, I think because they've subbed for 8 months in a row, they've bought themselves some favor.
That was a 32-point gain for FD Godbear.
No, Sammy. We can't lower the ads when UV pays. If you want to lower the ads, you can try subscribing to get rid of the ads. Like, you've got a Prime Gaming? No, you don't have a Prime Gaming. You're absolutely broke. Ask your boyfriend to buy one. Ask C-Tones to buy one for you. Like, that works, right? He's the breadwinner in the household, I believe.
He's got that OWCS money, yeah.
Yeah, just get Tony to gift you a sub. C-Tones hates you. I mean, to be fair, he should, but you know, he'll probably still gift you a sub. I feel like he likes to sit in the chair and watch, so. You feel like beating Insta when the war comes out feels bad waiting a couple seconds? I mean, I tried to work out the timing on it with a Suzy Q, but like, I actually couldn't. Like, when I was playing ranked two or 3 days ago, and I was like, I was saying it out loud. Like, I'm in a game and I'm like, I'm going to do it later this time because last time was too early. And I still do it too early and I'm just so annoyed at myself. But the only time to work out the timing is playing Kiri. Like, that's the easy one because like you can just do it instantly. But I need to play more than like 2 games against Wu Yang to work that out. It's definitely later than you think. Like, it lasts for ages before it pops. Someone told me some tech of like countdown from 5, and it's like you're actually delusional if you think I'm counting in the middle of a game. Like, I'm just not doing that. I'm feeling it or nothing. Like, just work it out. Like, God.
Mm.
3-0'd is painful.
Nice, Zoro. GG's, mate. Did you get MVP? I wasn't looking. Did you get MVP, Zoro? Because you should have. Hard carry.
He's pumping. Actually pumping. So many fights where he just finds these game-winning trades. Like, insane. Malaki, what was your roster? I need to know.
Oh wait, GB's saying she still had Crispy.
Oh, Juby. I mean, I'm going to be eating my words when Crocs goes on stage. Or Violet. Like, I think I'm going to be getting heated in the Twisted Minds game.
You're going to get real upset. You're going to get real upset, yeah.
That's gonna hurt.
You know when I was telling you my option A, option B, like Philly versus Crocs? Yeah. I was like, the biggest sell for the Frothy Philly is just to have a competing gambit with you, you know? Just so we can...
just so we have different gambits. It's fun to compete.
Yeah, just like... I think yours is better, so I ultimately went with that, but I was like, the competition's fun. We got Dip though, and we can hear him.
I don't know if you saw the viewer predictions. They were heavily in favor of Gen.G. Do you think that's warranted? Like, what are your thoughts on being the underdog in this match?
Well, I think that's funny, because I didn't think we were the underdog, but I guess we were well prepared and people were wrong.
That's right.
Yeah, so, I mean, I just want to talk about, I guess, your guys' style as a team. You know, we've seen this from you and Willis in the past, like playing this, you know, really mobile style. And I feel like the Wu Yang plays like exactly the style that you guys want to play of, you know, clutching up. We even heard some of your comms, some of those clutching fights, like holding off against the Sound Bear, holding off against stuff. We've been talking a ton about Gen.G's decision to play Lucio. Do you think that's like possible in this meta, or do you think they just need to like figure something out and that you guys have the right read?
I think we have a good read, that's for sure, and I think it's really hard for them to just not play Wu Yang at all. I think the character is really strong. Of course, for us, that's like great, because we're good mechanically, and we love playing the sides and taking duels, so of course it's good, but I think it's really hard for them to just dodge the Wu Yang every time. Looks really hard, they have to protect ban every time on support.
Yeah, it's but becoming increasingly hard when you have to ban Mercy and Zen and everything to try and get the Lucio in the mix. First, I want to thank you for your contribution to my fantasy team today. It's most certainly.
My God, Morello had white Kev.
No way.
You guys,
Don't you know?
So
Morello knows
they're kind
ball.
of like sitting at the top in the region.
Where is he on the leaderboard?
What do you guys have to do to make
it is
that a close
NRL
game,
or
potentially
basketball or whatever the fuck it was. Like, some sort of ball. I don't know if it's Overwatch, but
it's hard. Like, they're obviously really, really good.
I can't find him.
I don't even really know myself yet, honestly. That's kind of the work we're gonna have to do this week to figure that out. But all I can say is that we're gonna try our hardest to figure out what we need to do and just try to make it closer than TM, for example. At the end of the day, we don't really aim at beating them in the regular seasons. That's the kind of team we want to beat once we're in playoffs, so don't really have an answer for that.
Well, I'm excited what you guys have in store for us.
He knows basketball.
To see what you guys have in store for us for that series next week. For now,
They made a
rest up.
fantasy
Thanks
league?
so much for
What do you
joining us,
mean?
and once again, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Cheers.
I feel like that's a compliment, Sheriff 2005.
Honestly,
That guy's quite handsome. Thank you.
Is that true, Fitch? They made their own fantasy with my scoring but have infinite budget.
Wait, what?
What Fitch is saying.
What?
I've not seen it though.
What do you mean?
That's what I'm trying to get to the bottom of now. Fitch is saying they play because I was trying to find Morello on like where he is on the leaderboard, you know? I couldn't find him.
Yeah.
So then I was like, where is he then? Or what name is he playing under? And then Fitch was saying they have their own fantasy. Not sure about scoring, but they have infinite budget.
What? Oh, have they had like a permanent fantasy on the thing, or have they started doing it after you made it?
I'm sorry, I'm chewing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Also, you've got to stop calling him Fix. Like, I can't believe I'm the one saying this, but it's like you've got to stop calling him Fix.
What, Fitch?
It's like he works for you. It's FLX because his name is Felix. Like,
no, this is Fitch. FICCSH.
Oh, I thought you were talking to FLX.
No, I'm not talking to Red Eyes. You know? No, I'm not talking to Red Eyes.
I thought you were talking to him.
No.
Hi, Auntie, you remind me of Kim Min Jae. Yeah, I mean, you should see me on the Wrecking Ball. Actually, very similar. Okay, all right. I thought you were talking to fucking Red Eyes. I was like, there's no way.
No, yeah, I know Red Eyes.
I was the one dragging this. Like, not the other way around. I can't believe I'm the one saying this. Kim Min Jae, the footballer? No! Gaga.
Okay, so apparently they have their own fantasy competition just between them, like for on-screen talent.
Mm. They started doing that after you made the website, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's alright, maybe next time they'll play with your website.
Yeah, I think they started in stage 2 after we did it, and that rings a bell.
Yeah. I reckon they should play with your website, you know?
I can get behind that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, it wouldn't be too hard to like support it and have them talking about your fantasy and promoting it on the broadcast instead of just ripping off the idea and doing it amongst themselves. I think it'd be more fun that way.
Well, also it should be better in a way then, because if they have the fantasy rosters on the website, then all the people who watch at home can play against them, right? You know? Like, I'm sure a lot of people, the reason people enjoy watching you do their roster is I'm sure people are like really keen to beat you, you know? And be like,
yeah. So far, that hasn't
nice
gone
team,
so well
Hunter.
for, you know,
okay. I mean, you're actually winning, so nobody has those bragging rights, but in theory, people want to...
Even before, it's like, you know, there's 4 people on the entire fucking leaderboard that can say they beat me, like, good luck.
Yeah.
But yeah. First time play from Honeydew, welcome. Let's tap in.
What do you think of pork belly, Max?
Absolutely fucking delicious.
I'm not a huge fan. I'm eating pork belly now. It's like okay, but it's it would never be my choice of meat.
Yeah, well, it's okay, Xavier, because you're British, so you have no appreciation for any food. That's all right. Pork is the worst meat? Shut up, Chugga-Char. Shut up.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard.
Sal says haram. Lemon Flavor Nightingale says Unter is so toxic. How long have you been here? Let me see how long you've been for. Yeah, you joined the stream on September 14. You get a pass. You're learning new things. It's okay. like if that is the most toxic thing you've ever heard, God, you have not been here long.
Yeah, that one didn't even like. Yeah, it was just water off a duck's back. That one, I didn't even. Yeah.
Check this first try win. Oh my God, I love the confidence, Honeydew. Which one's Kim Tae-sun? Kim Tae's. That's okay.